Pale stars and amber sun on the frontier. Quiet on the charts, forgettable at a distance. A clean gravity well, a modest family of worlds. A system you could pass without ever knowing it mattered, until you look closer. Chiron Rift is the reason the system has a name people remember. A dry world under an electric sky, wind that never truly rests, storms that assemble like they have schedules, lightning that doesn't just strike the sand, it rewrites it. Across the flats, the storm-glass expanse spreads like a shattered sea. Silica deserts fused into brittle plates and shard fields, reflecting the sky in broken mosaics. Every storm lays down new seams, new fractures, new lines cut into the world's skin. The desert changes state and dares you to pretend it didn't. Farther out, the land rises into the basalt orchard, black volcanic plains studded with porous stone columns, a petrified forest grown from geology and time. When the wind is right, the pillars resonate, low harmonic tones that vibrate through hull plating and bone. Officially, it's structure and airflow. Unofficially, crews learn to treat the orchard song like a warning. To the south, the Breath Canyons split the plateau into deep, winding chasms. At dawn, the planet exhales. At dusk, it inhales. Warm gas surges in pulses, then the currents reverse, and the canyons draw the air back down into shadow. Expedition schedules are built around those breathing hours, because a route that's calm at noon can become lethal at sunrise. And east of the station, where shallow basins gather brine, the mirror mangroves spread in pale ribbons over dark water. Light behaves strangely there. Polarized bands, glare artifacts, reflections that seem to form patterns if you stare too long. Some settlers call them marks. Some call them messages. In the middle of all this sits Hearthlight Station, small on the surface, built like a bunker pretending to be a town. A landing pad, a staging yard, a tight knot of modular structures, and the terraform stack, a circular industrial crown that hums day and night, loud enough to become psychological weather. The colony runs on margins. Power budgets, filter lifetimes, seal integrity, supply windows measured like prayers. Most of Hearthlight lives underground. Down where the air is controlled, the water is reclaimed, the doors are heavy, and every corridor is built with the assumption that something will fail. And when it does, it must not take everyone with it. There are places here you don't joke about. The bread tanks, the seal doors, the quarantine tunnels beneath the pad. And there are places you do joke about, because if you don't, you start to crack. The printer bays, the salvage yard, the endless patchwork repairs that keep the colony alive one improvised part at a time. Hearthlight exists because people wanted a world, and the Union believed it could be made. But Chiron Rift does not offer itself easily. The planet's storms keep rewriting the surface. The environment keeps testing every system. And beneath the politics, beneath the research, beneath the ration arguments and the quiet desperation of frontier life, there's the sense that the world is not inert, only waiting. Above the colony, an orbital station hangs in steady silence, a hard point of metal and light against the curve of the planet. Shuttles descend on schedule, threading through atmospheric interference and dust haze, guided by beacons that flicker and correct and flicker again. Tonight, a storm rages on the far horizon, distant lightning stitching the clouds like a slow pulse. Not close enough to threaten the landing, close enough to remind everyone what kind of world this is. Inside one of those shuttles, the cabin lights are dim. The air is cold and recycled. The seats are narrow. The restraints are serious. A small red indicator blinks above a sealed passenger compartment. Transit complete. The air hisses from vents throughout the cabin. A man's eyes open. His name is Ronan Gray. 3 months ago, he boarded a GTU military transport in restraints, filed under a classification he was not allowed to read. Most of the journey passed in hypersleep, broken by short wakes for checks, injections, paperwork that never explained anything. He is an engineer. He has skills the union has decided are valuable, and for reasons he has not been told, those skills have been sent here. The shuttle trembles as it begins its descent toward Hearthlight Station. Through the narrow viewport, Chiron Rift turns below. Glass plains and black stone and stormlight on the far horizon. Ronan swallows against the dryness in his throat. The restraints click, and somewhere beneath the hum of the shuttle's systems, the planet waits, silent as a locked